What's up YouTube? I'm just another guy and welcome to my Parks the Premier League. And before I start this episode, I'm gonna just tell you that I forgot to do a third update for the season. I got about 34 games into the season and I remembered I had to do a save point a couple games ago. By that time I couldn't, backtrack to the save. I didn't have, I do rotating saves, so three files for one save, and every month it auto saves. Sadly I couldn't go back to a point which was convenient enough, so I just decided, you know what? I'll just do one end of season big update for half the season. Also, this save will be up to download updated today as well, 19th of Monday. This is Monday 19th, so this is being recorded on Sunday. So yeah, this will be available to download from this point onwards. So you guys can continue on playing alongside me if you want to. And also on Tuesday the 20th, I'm going on holiday until Tuesday the 27th, so for 1 week. Hopefully I can pre-record a few things and get some things uploaded. But I'd expect only maybe 1 or 2 uploads between that time, between the 20th to the 27th. So, sorry about that, but I go on holiday, stuff happens. So let's jump into this episode. So we finished, 2028-2029 season, our 3rd year in the Premier League, and last time you left us, we were doing very well in the league table. We were 7th. We were in the Europa League spots, depending on cup winners, of course. So the English's review shows that City won the title, so we didn't overachieve and win the title. But if we go to season summary, the overachievers of the league were us. Billericay's Andrei Karamin picked up best signing of the season, and then Demyanenko, our old signing, ended up getting the worst signing of the season for 10 million sale. So I think the overachievers and the signing of the season, give an indication of how well we did. But overall in the league table, we finished 5th place. We finished in a remarkable 5th place. That puts us through to the group stages in the Europa League. No qualifying, no early start to the season, which is great. I would have liked to, pick up the money for them games, of course. Winning them games would be a nice extra bit of money. But, we jump straight through the group stages, and I think we have a good chance of qualifying for the next round in that, so the knockout round in that. Anyway, we finished the season, 38 games played, 19 wins, 9 draws, 10 defeats, 60 goals scored, 40 goals conceded, a 20 plus goal difference, and a 66 points. So we're only 4 points off the Champions League, so we've done very well this season to jump from, finishing 12th and 14th all the way up to 5th. So the players have definitely developed, the youngsters, and we've signed well, I believe, which has been a real contribution to how well we've done this season. Like I say, 4 points off 4th place. It wasn't too far off. I know there were places we definitely could have picked up points this year, or you can see places where coming into the season we dropped them and it would have been disappointing. We really should have done better and got more points, and we could have maybe caught Arsenal. But in the end, I can't complain. It's the first time we're going to be in Europe. We've qualified in the 5th as well, so the highest Europa League spot in the league. So hopefully we can do well in that, and of course the European money will come in. Past position shows that we had a pretty, solid season. Last time you met me was 19 games gone. We sat in 7th. Pretty solid. Stage of the season. You showed that, we were consistent. We were always in European spots from the 20th game onwards. We were constantly in Europe. It's just that we were trying to bounce between, 7th, 6th, and 5th. Champions League, I think it was out of our reach, and still finishing 5th though is very respectable. You'd have to consider us contenders next year, because I do. So this is going to be it for the league. We're going to just jump into the transfers that we actually made over January. So outgoings we will do first. Bill McDonald, he went out on loan to Blackburn. He was complaining he wasn't getting enough games, and I have to oblige by that. I don't want disrupting players on my side, and I thought we could cover his position very well with Cass Peters going over there. So, Bill McDonald, a decent player, but I can't really say you're going to be definitely in the first team when we have the different quality of players here now. So, he's gone out to Blackburn Rovers. Andreas Pieri, the youngster, not the youngster anymore, but the experienced player that has been with us since we got promoted, 2 years into the Football League, was it? No, since we got promoted into the Football League, I'm pretty sure that was. Whenever he joined, I don't remember, it was a long time ago. So he's been with us for a long time now. He's been with us through every league in the football, through every division in the Football League we've ever been in. But his appearances becoming very sporadic after the 2nd year in the Premier League. Basically the quality of players just jumped massively after our first year, because our reputation grown so much from just being in the Premier League for a year. So he's gone out to League One. He wanted first team football, and again I didn't really mind that. He wasn't getting first team football, and he's gone out to Wigan, and he's 33. I wonder how many years he's got left in him. His contract runs out in a couple of days, and I will not be renewing it. So I wonder if he'll end up winning a club afterwards. Dustin Hilgenbrandt, he went out on loan, and again wasn't getting first team football. I can't offer him first team football anymore. He's only a decent Premier League player. We have a lot of better centre mids currently, so he's gone to Swansea there, and he'll finish up playing some football. He'll be playing first team football, I should say. Hidik, a young centre mid, we got in on free transfer. He's gone out on loan to York City, hopefully to build up his potential, because his potential isn't too bad, and we can always sell him on for a bit of money. That was the thinking behind that. And then Will Bristow has gone out on loan to Leeds yet again. We loaned him out earlier on in the season to Wigan, but he's come back, and of course he still wants first team football. We did pretty well in League One, so he's jumped up to the Championship. So he's gone out yet again. And I don't really care if he goes out on loan. He's not exactly a major player in the first team. Elsewhere though, the Inns, we spent 5.75 million on Alan Brooks. It's quite a big signing, but I believe this player has got immense quality. And he's a striker and right attacking mid, although I do predominantly play him on the right attacking mid, but it's good to have the option, as both. And he's a very good player. A good Premier League player, 3.5 stars for our team, so very good, one of our best players in the side, definitely. And coming from Chelsea, he's been there all his career. He just wasn't getting enough games over the past couple of years. He was on the transfer list. I decided to snap him up, and looking at his appearance, his goals and his assists, and Major League's average match rating, it shows that he's played very well for us, and I think that's a good signing. And overall, I think the deal was pretty cheap, 5.75 million. It was, yes. Yeah, 5.75 million. That's a pretty cheap price for a player of his quality. And then the last guy you already know about, the Benitian and Herzegovinian player. So to the transfers, we only brought 2 people in. I didn't feel the squad needed too much strengthening on the second half of the season. It showed as well. We ended up getting our Europa League spot that we wanted. So in the fixtures, last time I met you off was our 6-2 heavy defeat to Manchester City. So starting our second half of the season and starting to replay teams for the first time, we lost to Liverpool. This was, disappointing, having beaten them earlier on in the season. But away at Anfield, it's always going to be difficult. And we put up a decent fight. We showed that we could compete with the big boys. A couple of bad performances there probably did cost us a goal or two in the end. But then we were always in the game with 1-0. We always could have had that attempt. Could have got that clear-cut opportunity and taken it. But sadly, the scoreline reflects that we weren't up for it too much in that game. However, we bounced back. Burnley had beaten us twice already this season, knocked us out of the cup and beat us after beating Liverpool after the first game, so our second game of the season. So we wanted our revenge. I didn't want to make a team our bogey team. I wanted to beat Burnley. I know we are better than them, and we showed our class today. We beat them 5-0. An own goal, Jonathan Romero, an Andre Karim double, and a Bakos goal, providing the difference. We'll have a look at Cameron's goals since he scored 2. But overall, great performance. Look at that. Craig Williams getting a 9 average match rating, and Cameron getting a 9.5 as well. Overall, great performance from the team. Showing yet again, like I said, showing our quality. Burnley only had 4 shots on target, 4 shots all game, and 3 on target. So in the end, we proved clinical. And look at that in the corner, 2 clear-cut opportunities we had. So it just shows that we are creating chances. We don't have to be provided clear-cut opportunities to score. We can create chances out of nothing in a way. Here's Karaman, showing some great pace, beating the team, getting onto his stronger foot and slotting it home past the keeper. So after that game, we faced Southampton in the Cup. Of course, I would have liked to have gone through to the next round of the FA Cup, but we got knocked out 2-1. We played a lot better than Southampton. We did deserve to go through, but being knocked out, we were trying to compete for Europe at this stage. Of course, Champions League wasn't out of the possibility either, so being knocked out of the Cup, gave me the ability to concentrate on the league. However, I would have liked to, have stayed in the tournament and tried to win a cup. We bounced back, however, beating Ipswich 2-1. Good dominant display yet again, showing that we are a team that possesses quality, with Alan Brooks picking up his first goal. We'll have a look at that for the club. Overall, yet again, a good performance. You see by the team as well, Valak Gajos and Brian Donald. They're playing first team football for us now. And, we signed them the first year we got promoted to the Premier League. So it shows that I'm allowing my youngsters to come through and play their football. And I think it's definitely helping them, of course, and rather going out on loan. So yeah, we beat Ipswich. Followed that up with a 3-1 victory over Newcastle. Craig William, Brian Donald and Alan Brooks scoring 3 goals for 1 goal apiece, giving us a 3-goal total, beating Newcastle and making them look pretty poor. I could have got a man sent off 57th minute, sorry. But, the game is pretty much over by then. They did get a penalty late on, but we got our 2-goal cushion back straight away. And overall, yet again, a very good performance from the team. Overall, no one played badly. Okay, we gave away a penalty, but like I say, at the end of the day, the game was over by them, and we ended up scoring after that. So then we had a couple of draws, against the likes of Southampton and Tottenham, before beating Stoke 3-0 with Andre Karamin, Cass Peters, and Craig William getting the goals. Stoke put up a good fight against us, really, and the 3-0 scoreline doesn't reflect how well they played in the game. Stoke, I still believe, are a tough team to face in this game, even though, of course, they're no longer like their original team in the Premier League. But still, we showed that we could take our chances when we did. Of course, 4 shots on target, 3 goals, very, very good attacking force and attacking presence going forward, and Andre Karamin getting a man-of-the-match performance there. After that, we drew 0-0 with Leicester and drew 1-1 with Everton. Then we had a big game against Manchester United. Of course, at the time, like I said, Champions League was still not out of the possibility, and of course, we wanted to finish as high as we possibly could, trying to get Europa League football. So facing Manchester United away from home was always going to be difficult, and it just proved yet again that Man United are still a little bit better than us, and we still maybe have a year or two until we can fully compete for the title. However, a good defensive display yet again. When we face these big teams, often, more times than not, we do get dominated. We do not have majority of the ball still, and we have to put up a good defensive display, and it happened again. Cressinger, Bruno, Francisco Javier, and Alex Nelson all playing well, all getting over 7.3 match ratings, and overall, that one goal, if we could have held out, it would have been amazing. After that, we faced Blackburn. A couple of our players are now at Blackburn, including Demyanenkov, who didn't get in the starting 11 there and didn't even come on as a sub, so that was great for us to see, 10 million and you don't even play him. That's appalling. And look at that, Cass Peters, Andre Bruna, and a late goal. We'll have a look at this goal. A late goal from Jefferson, earning us all 3 points. We had to come back from 2-1 down, and it took us to the 75th minute, to really start going for it. I did go attacking. Of course, I didn't want to lose at this stage because I just didn't want to drop out of the European spots. And then in the end, look at that, Jefferson latches on a ricochet and bags us all 3 points. Then came the crunch match against Arsenal. Of course, ended up beating us by 4 points, so we would have had to have beaten Arsenal and then pick up points elsewhere to to make up the points. In the end, they managed to nick 2 goals. Jose Stewart, I'm not sure if this come after the penalty, I don't actually remember, and then a late injury time goal, proving the difference for Arsenal, but it doesn't reflect how well we played. Arsenal aren't a difficult team for us to face, and I don't know why. I don't know if maybe we're their bogey team or whatever, but it's just we can't. We always seem to pull up a good display, play quite well against Arsenal, but more times than not, we won't walk away with a result. Joe Stewart there didn't miss the penalty as well. Didn't actually score the rebound. So we had a fighting chance in this game all the way up to the 91st minute. And of course, even up to the sending off, really. The sending off, of course, is going to cripple us. Mick Miller ended up having to come on. Of course, I have to take a midfielder and attacking player on to drop him back into centre back. So that doesn't help our cause going forward. But still, you can never count a team out until the last minute. But when the second goal went in, disappointing there. And of course, we knew we had to win every game just to give ourselves that fighting chance to, overcome Arsenal's points difference. And at this point, 1-0 against Wolves, good win, good victory, exactly what we needed. We didn't dominate the game, but we managed to nick the goal. Drew 2-2 to Reading. Disappointing result, which really should have done better at Reading. For some reason, the Majeski is a difficult place to go. For me, anyway, personally, I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the way I set up the team to go to the stadium. Maybe the ground's bigger and, whatever. I don't know. Maybe circumstances just make it harder. But in the end, 2-2 draw, we're really fortunate to come away with a draw there. So, in a game, in the time that we needed to win all of our games, I say the point there was a good, harder point. Then, Karamin goes on a bit of a run here, and this is probably why he picked up signing of the season. So he gets a double in a 3-0 victory against Swansea, with Alan Brooke picking up the other goal of the game in a very good and dominant win against Swansea. Then we face Chelsea at home, and we managed to beat my team I support. Again, I love to beat my team I support. They had more possession than us. We had more shots, we looked more dominant, we looked more threatening as well. Andre Karamin picking up a double yet again. Then we faced West Ham, and Karamin just switched on beast mode, got a 10 match rating. I think that's the first time in this game I've ever seen a 10 match rating. We humiliated West Ham. Look at that, Karamin after 12 minutes, 36 minutes, 47 minutes, 3-0. Then they get a goal back, but Andre Karamin scores it again. They get 2 in the 67th and 78th minute. Of course, gives me a bit tense. It's 4-3. You know, they've always got that chance to score, and then Karamin, as they're trying to throw everything forward, trying to get their 2 goals, gets one very, very late on. 5 goals for one player, amazing. Then came a game against City, and I wasn't going in it knowing that we were going to win. Okay, we were on a good run of form, but yet again, they showed their dominance, beating us 2-0 and pretty much humiliating us. You know, we weren't given a chance in this game. So the last game of the season, you know, it was a nothing game in terms of Champions League and Europa League, but it just depending on how this game would turn out would depend on how we positioned in the Europa League. And then Karamin goes and picks up a hat-trick yet again, solely helping the team. You know, it's been amazing this season. Karamin definitely replaced Demyanenkov and scored a lot of important goals for us, especially at the end of the season. And I think it's been the main contribution to us getting our 5th place and helping us get to the group stage of the Europa League. So overall, absolutely amazing season. Of course, getting 5th. I would have said top half of the table finish, you know, 8th, 7th would have been amazing, you know, just managing to scrape Europa League, but we did it very comfortably in the end. So let's go into awards. So Player of the Month, Andre Bruno, you already know, picked it up in October. We won about the second half of the season, so Karamin picks it up for the last month of the season. Karamin came 2nd again in April, sorry, I meant to say 2nd in May. In March, we didn't get anyone in there. In February, we did not get anyone in there, and in January, sadly, we didn't get anyone there. So Karamin picked up 2nd place twice in a row. Golden Gloves went to Jim Lawless, and yet again, all the big boys in there, 32, 31, and 33-year-olds playing for 3 great sides, picking up Golden Gloves. Flip of the Year went to the City player, of course, I'm not exactly going to get it. We only won Goal of the Month in November. Of course, I already showed you that one. Goal of the Season, he ended up coming 2nd in, so that was nice. I don't really care about Goal of the Season or Goal of the Month. I mean, it's not an award anyone can really cherish. Oh, you scored a nice goal. I mean, it's not the same as, oh, your player was the best player out of the whole Premier League. I mean, it obviously means more. Manager of the Month, did we manage to pick it up at all? Come anywhere placed? I mean, it's very rare we do. We come 3rd in November. Oh, you already know about that, I'm sure. 3rd in January. 2nd in April. And that was it. Ryan Bertrand, Liverpool manager there. What a joke. But yeah, we come 2nd, so that's the highest ever position in Manager of the Month in the Premier League. That was nice to see. And Manager of the Year, we actually came 2nd. So, you know, we didn't come... Sorry, I want to put it in the right order. We didn't come anywhere near Manager of the Month, you know, picking up awards, but somehow we walk away with 2nd place in Manager of the Year. Shows how good of a job they reckon I've done. And, you know, I believe the same. You know, okay, it's good that City can win the title every year, year after year after year after year, but the squad is there, the wage is there, everything's there. You can always buy them youngsters. For us, it's difficult. We have to buy the youngsters and develop them into world-class players to get that 5th place. Player of the Month, I already showed you that. So, Player of the Year went to Anthony Bruno, Al Bruno. Team of the Year, Andre Bruno, so not Anthony Bruno. Andre Bruno ended up getting in Team of the Year, had an absolutely amazing season for us, 7.88 average match rating, and Andre Karamin was on the bench as well. Obviously, we'll go through our team in a second and look at things like that. Players, young player, where am I going? I'm going the wrong way. Craig William actually comes 2nd in that. Of course, again, we'll go into our players a bit more in detail in a second. Top goal scorer, Andre Karamin, comes 2nd in the whole Premier League. Okay, it was quite a long way off City's player, Akbulut, but still to be 2nd in goal, top goal scorer, amazing achievement for us. And then Young Player of the Month, Nicola Cressinger got it for April. We didn't get it anywhere in May, sorry. Alfonso got it in March, sorry. I'm saying all the wrong months. Alfonso got 3rd in February, and no, apart from that, that was it. So, overall, you know, by the awards and by that, you can see how well we actually did. Like I say, player stats, top goal scorer, Andre Karamin, average match rating, Andre Bruno was 3rd, drawn 2nd. So, a couple of our players had an absolutely amazing year. Let's go into our squad. So, appearances, I don't think that really matters too much. Goals, of course, goals come from Andre Karamin and Cass Peters popping up and scoring. Cass Peters has been amazing for us this year. I do think it's worth the 9 million. The effort he's put in, you know, to have that decent experienced backup striker and left attacking mid he plays. Not only backup for them, but of course, just rotation as well. So overall, I think that's a good signing. 9 million, maybe a bit too much, but I still think that's a great signing. Andre Karamin, obviously, signing of the season for the Premier League is amazing. 35 appearances, 22 goals, you know, his history proves that he's a natural born goal scorer, and he's done it again in the Premier League. Absolutely amazing. Really, really happy to have signed him. Jefferson, Got 4 goals coming on as a sub majority of the time. Again, I'm happy with how this guy is developing. Okay, he's not getting first team football consistently, but he's playing enough. His stats are going up a little bit, so that's nice to see. Craig William declared nationality for Wales, ended up getting 2 appearances for them and scoring a goal, so that was good to see. He only did this recently as well in the summer. So we've got another international player in our squad. He has got some amazing stats. Has really developed as a centre mid, which is nice to see because of course he's a natural centre attacking mid. But again, amazing season for us this year, scoring enough goals as well. Assists are coming from Craig Williams, of course, a great year. Alfonso got a few assists as well. Young centre mid, still developing, still at a developing age, anyway, 21. So be interesting to see how he does in the coming years. But still, 7 assists is very nice to see. Cass Peters as well, getting 7 assists, and then Bakos, sort of faded out my team after near the end of the season because I preferred to play Alan Brooks as a right attacking mid, but still, his contribution first half of the season was very, very good. In Parkaway, picked up 14 clean sheets during his time in goals. That's a nice improvement. 40 appearances, 14 clean sheets. Of course, I would like more. Like I say, we concede a goal, but then defensively we are pretty solid and we prevent more going in, and that's the main thing. If we can outscore our opponents, which we're currently doing with the likes of Karamin and Cass Peters definitely contributing. Overall, we've been pretty solid in the back. And then, of course, man of the matches, Andre Bruno, Karamin, picking up 10 and 7. A great amount of player of the matches to pick up as well. So overall, Andre Bruno, 33 appearances, 10 player of the matches award. A third of his games played, he got player of the match for. I think that's a great stat. I mean, just under a third. Sorry, I should say. So of course, I'm going to give player of the season to Andre Bruno. An amazing year for him. Had some amazing stats. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've wasted him away playing him centre mid for the past 1, 2, 3. 6 seasons I've played him centre mid. I really should have just dropped him back a long time ago, and we might have, be ahead of ourselves by a season. One defender can't make a difference, but in this guy's case, he can apparently. He's been amazing. So everyone over 7 rating has had a great season for us, in my opinion. Of course, I'm going to get rid of you because you never actually played for us a lot. Manu Sanchez as well, never really played a lot for us, but overall, a lot of good performers there for us. And a lot of young performers as well. Alfonso, 21, Francisco Xavier, 23, Craig Williams, 24, 21, 24. There were a lot of young players there, mixed in with old players, or experienced players at least. So, I think we've got the mixture right between young and old. We're not just throwing out loads of 18-year-olds and hoping they develop like that and, instantly, and asking too much of them. Who's our highest valued player? Alex Nelson. The reason I've got them as the subs and stuff is because I've laid out the team for next season, and this is how I choose who I'm going to buy and who I'm going to sell, and who I think will be back up for the season and things like that. And this is what my first choice team and my second choice team will currently be for next year. And Alex Nelson, I've decided he'll be back up next season. I'm going to get Gustavo Cesar his first full season at left back. So whether I'm going to sell him or not, I don't know yet. But I'm definitely going to keep him for now. Although, of course, things can change. So, update on Mick Miller. He only made 3 league appearances for us this season and got a 6.5 average match rating. So his record has sadly come to an end. Like I said, his career is ending. His contract expires next season, and I will not renew it. Just because I don't see the point of keeping the player here. I'm just going to sit in the reserves, which is what he pretty much does most of the time. Of course, he picked up his first real major injury for us at the age he did. Of course, that's disappointing. It's going to affect him a lot. But still, he's here for selection for another year. Anything else I can really talk about? Tactics. We are still playing the 4-3-3. Of course, control. Nothing has changed in team instructions, I don't believe. Financially, we're doing very well. Of course, Europe's going to increase that, and of course, when we finish in the league, we get more prize money. So things look good. Things look bright in terms of finances. In terms of ballroom, we're actually trying to get our staff, our training facilities, improved. Youth facilities twice for some reason. I'm not actually sure why that is, and our training facilities, of course. So hopefully they can go through, and we can have better facilities because they're pretty piss poor right now. And as for now, I believe this is it for what we can talk about. So like I said, this save will be up for download some point on Monday. I'm not actually sure when. And of course, play with me, of course. Enjoy the experience of playing in Europe for the first time with Billericay, with the squad we have. And this is it for now, so until next time, peace out.